Welcome to Trusses Aviation. We're not flying today. It is episode of Truckin Trusses with Jackson. Today we're going to be going to where the hell is it? In Virginia somewhere. Anyway, I'll let you know. Let's go get what we need here. Call today after this shit.
Receives a minimum of 8% compound interest credit each year. So, Chris, the first year, you'll receive a 30% match plus the 8% guaranteed interest credit, and that's a 38% first year locked-in gain.
Well, that seems pretty straightforward to me. Receive your free information pack. Just call Moret's no-hassle hotline, 888-411-4130. Call or text 888-411-4130.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to slow it down. Eye survey is proven to slow GA progression.
Nope.
Eye survey or avacincaptid pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat
damn
GA.
drums here.
If you have an infection,
You know the damn government know what's going on in live
eye survey
bastards.
can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk.
Everybody's falling for this shit.
May temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about eye survey today. Visit eyesurvey.com.
Yes, sir. Happy Friday. Hello. Oh, well.
Fairfax County among those that don't cooperate.
The yard guys are a little slow this morning.
Supervisor on the county board there back in Youngkin.
Al Harry says Youngkin Sanctuary Cities ban would get rid of Fairfax County's trust policy. It prohibits county employees from collecting or sharing information with ICE. Harry says this makes it difficult for police to keep the community safe from repeat violent offenders.
well, thank you.
Making a illegal immigrant who allegedly raped a woman on the WO&D trail in Ferguson last month.
I can see the chat, but now when I start driving, I won't be able to see it. Or I'll see it, but I won't be able to respond to it. Gotta concentrate on keeping these 18 wheels on the road.
Warehousing its inmates instead of offering them help.
Two teenagers filed that lawsuit claiming that they were held in the city's detention center for more than 3 months without receiving any rehabilitative services. Under D.C. law, juveniles must be evaluated within 3 days of being detained, and then there needs to be a plan within 14 days.
This practice of needlessly prolonging children's detention at the Youth Services Center is unconstitutional.
Now, the agency says it is moving as fast as it can while dealing with a severe backlog from
load up in the air right there. That's how we haul our roof trusses. And the truck is going to back underneath us.
Buried at Arlington National Cemetery. Executive Director Karen Durham will thereof. All the reads arriving today at Arlington in a convoy of more than 75 tractor trailers. Barbara Britt, WMAL and WMAL.com.
Checking your money, the Dow futures are up 81 points, NASDAQ futures up 140. In sports, the Capitals beat the Blue Jackets in overtime 2-1. It's their third win in a row. Also a team record 10th straight road win. A reminder that Thursday night football is usually pretty bad. The Rams beat the 49ers 12-6. The only game in the NFL this season without a touchdown. College hoops, UVA beats Bethune-Cookman. One of college football's great rivalries comes to Largo tomorrow. The 125th Army-Navy game. Navy leads the series 62-55 with 7 ties. Up next, traffic and weather on WMAL. Buying or selling a home or both?
WMAL makes sense of real estate weekends.
Check out our complete show lineup at WMAL.com/schedule.
Making sense of your life.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Grow your class near and showing needs. Visit DullasClass.com. Dullas Class. Love your class. Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton with the Good Feet Story. During the bustling holiday season, we often overlook how much we rely on our feet. Whether we're standing for hours preparing a holiday feast, shopping for the perfect gifts, or traveling with family. At the Good Feet Store, we aim to get you out of pain and back to what you love with our personalized 3-step heart support system. Linda recently shared her experience. I was experiencing heel pain and sore feet and legs. After trying my Good Feet heart support in the store, I was shocked that my feet immediately felt better. Yesterday I was on my feet all day. Last night, I didn't feel pain afterward. I am so thankful. Join Linda and don't let pain keep you from enjoying this holiday season. See how the Good Feet Store can help you make every moment comfortable and pain-free. The Good Feet Store has locations across Greater DC and Baltimore, and now open in Fredericksburg. Visit goodfeet.com to book your appointment today. I'm Jonathan Cotton. We look forward to seeing you soon. Traffic and weather brought to you by this is good for you. Healthy. It's
They get their street block the back up. No. That's it. That's what I got. Put them right there. ride.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year from all of us at Irish Financial Services and the retirement team. There's some look in it that make pieces so sexy. Imagine a quick box suspended from the back of the little tree, resting some guardians. Sensors in technicians you can trust. Use your vehicle's manufacturer recommendations for oil changes, brakes, wipers, lights, and more, saving you time and money. No appointment needed. Visit JiffyLubeDC.com.
New mail traffic and weather, Jamie Whitman with the Dean Truckin Traffic Center.
Virginia Belt Lane relief is in sight. Interloop past the toll road, all lanes reopened. Lane clearing construction and the crash that happened in the backup. Delays still from I-66 to the toll road and 66 east slows from Nutley Street. Again, lanes open up ahead. Louis crash cleanup continues southbound 301 before 214 Central Avenue, Hansberry Drive. Delays now before Mitchellville Road. Crash is reported on the southbound side of Powder Mill Road, 212 south of Cherry Hill Road. Now from Crow
right, we've got you covered. Get today's breaking news on the Vince Colonnade Show, weekdays 3 to 6, right here. This is
Romancing the stone, right?
I don't really know this is romancing the show. This is to me, hands down, there's no time when I can't hear this and it puts a smile on my face. It's just, it's soothing. It is soothing. Listen, just for the record, Christopher Cross is the admiral of Yacht Rock. Michael McDonald is number 2.
Okay.
But this is the song. You can't have, there is no Yacht Rock without sailing.
Listen, I used to listen to this song in my dad's backseat when we picked me up from after school, and I didn't know at a young age that this would be, I was learning about yacht rocking back then, so, all right, look. We're talking about
in this case have been locked up for 3 months or longer. The D.C. man has been convicted of hate crimes after he assaulted a gay couple and threatened a nightclub security guard back in August.
Prosecutors say Franklin Saye was yelling at people waiting in line at the 9:30 club for a Taylor Swift dance party. He then threatened to rape and murder the female security guard. His attention then turned to two gay men walking down U Street, holding hands and acting affectionately towards one another. He followed them, shouting, quote, "Gays cannot hold hands in my city," and a slur before charging at them with a sign he took from outside a restaurant. A cop stopped Saye before he could hurt the men. He'll be sentenced in February. Heather Curtis on WMAL and WMAL.com.
3 employees of a Cracker Barrel restaurant in Charles County have been fired after they refused to seat a group of 11 special needs students and 7 staff members from the county's school program. The group called ahead and was told no reservation was necessary, but when they showed up, they were told to order carry-out instead. After the story went viral, the restaurant chain announced it had fired the store's general manager and 2 others. The chain had initially blamed the incident on short staffing and miscommunication. Arlington Cemetery is set to be overrun with cracker trailers today ahead of tomorrow's Pizza Calls America ceremony.
in, we get a massive ratings bump. It was just my little, listen, geez, it's the holiday season. It was my gift to them. I wanted to help them. You know, so you're welcome, Chris Plant. You're welcome, Vince Colonnese.
Thank you.
And Larry O'Connor.
And thank you from the listeners. Thanks for hanging with us. Hope you'll continue with us for the rest of this hour. 8:15, we have Brad Weinstein. He's going to be previewing tomorrow's game. And then at 8:35, Brett Baer is going to round out our show today from Fox News Channel. But right now, we've got some sightings. I know we've talked about the paranormal, but these are Trump sightings and Trump spotting, lots of Trump moves. And these are really good things, unlike the undescribed things flying overhead in New Jersey. First off, yesterday, we previewed this before it happened on the show, but President Trump rang the bell yesterday for the New York Stock Exchange to start the day of trading. Let's play cut 30, Michael.
This really signifies business is back. Business is open. It's so anti-business the last 4 years. The fact that you see it was on the floor there, but in a much different way, I think, than they did back in 2016, really signals people are ready for business in America to be open.
USA has absolutely New York Stock Exchange, the cathedral, the capitalist place, which I, by the way, say, you probably noticed they all wear the American flag on the side of their TV.
So that's something the Fox Business was talking about President Trump, and you heard in the background, USA, USA.
Yeah.
Now let's hear from President Trump himself at 32.
Thank you very much. This is an honor that you make this that's been a beautiful job for you for years. This time actually, which I really great first It's been an honor, and every time it's an honor. Thank you very much for
So Sean, was that beautiful or was that beautiful?
It's just, you know, I couldn't help but remark, Patrice. I'm just going to say this. I'm a bit jealous, okay? In 2016, we won. Everyone kind of downplayed the win. Russia did it, blah, blah, blah. These guys are getting a real win. And I mean, yesterday alone, look at this cover time, opening New York Stock Exchange, Amazon and Facebook, $1 million plus valuation. It's like, couldn't I have had that? I mean, you know, it's... but for Team Trump, I mean, they're having a great week, and they just... I'm just so excited for them, and I'm so excited for January 20th at noon. How much is going to get to them? But yesterday, it was just Trump. There's such a different side of him when he's on his game, and when he's in a good mood.
Well, and we talked about this Mercedes yesterday. This man, what he has overcome in the past 24 months alone, with a quarter of that would have collapsed, would have crushed any regular person. The persecutions, the lawfare, the assassination attempts, all of those things. And you know, they tried so hard. The left tried and used every lever of power against him in DC, in agencies, into the law, through assassins, and he's still come out smelling like roses and not shaded.
That's what you just said is exactly why the environment right now is what it is. They're like, all right, dude, you got it. All right, we threw everything at you. We sued you. We tried to take you off the ballot. We tried to criminal you. We tried to take your money.
Yes.
All right, you won. Like at some point in 2016, I think it was a fluke, and they were having this happen. This time, I think they're just like, it's like when you know, as a kid, as a
you say the women who, I guess, overeat tonight? Or the women who are, they do like the whole time, 100 finger something, which, you know, we're not the women who are on that list. We're not that. I'm sure some of them will have and dealt with issues that women have to deal with, like discrimination in the workplace, SA, all kinds of things.
Can I just bring it right there? Let's dissect it. Sean, he's talking about women, discrimination. This is the person who said Nikki Haley was not in her prime. Sorry, ladies, if you're above the age of 40, you are not in your prime. He's talk about the kettle calling the pot black.
You know, I'm with you. I'm glad you pulled that out. I wasn't even thinking about that, but you're right. I mean, this guy is insulted when they talk about being in their pride and stuff ridiculous. But the bottom line is this. It's the person, the person who just had the most impact. No matter the biggest truth, I don't think anybody here will see the fact that this was an absolute historic election for all Muslims. It's an absolute historic comeback from any kind of kind of what's going to be once it was a century ago. I mean, like, just at some point, Don, shut the hell up. That's what you're going to do.
I just say it's relevant. She's not on to defend his comments. And you know what?
Larry doesn't appreciate it. I do. Let's see how I break it off.
Slowdowns coming from northbound 295 to get past the argument at the scene of the crash. Interloop the beltway, no delay to the Woodrow Wilson Bridge, and we're still slow interloop from 66 in the lane. With your travel lanes open, from garage door repaired. WMAL store 17 forecast. All right, we'll take that high and low.
rookie that has ever been successful. He's tracking with a lot of those things. And he kind of is coming back to Louisiana. There's something to it now. Like granted, Baton Rouge is not Louisiana. LSU and the NCC is not the NFL. So it's not like shows something by being the state, but I think being in that state again does mean something.
Well, Brandon, we've got to leave it there. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, I believe there's a big game from what I hear. Larry's not here to wear his shirt, but his Navy shirt. But I think there's an Army or Navy game this weekend. Is that right?
There is.
All right.
And it's true, right? I mean, just right, but the Navy's gonna right. Navy's gonna win this, right? There's no question about it. It's pretty obvious.
Is that true?
Army is 11-1 in rank.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. That is in the era of NIL where the players now paid. The idea that the service academy can be competitive is crazy. And so what both of them have done this year to prove that amateurism is alive and can be successful in college football is astounding, honestly.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're saying the Navy's gonna win? I appreciate that. All right, Brad, we gotta go.
Me too. Thank you so much, Brad. Folks, we listen to you on our sister network and follow you on Twitter as well. I know you're going to be busy this weekend.
You want to come out of class?
All right. It is 8:24 at the Potter and Company.
Your business needs a network it can count on.
How is it?
Comcast Business has you covered. Wi-Fi backup to help keep your business up and running, even when your power goes out.
Everybody in the warehouse good?
Lights are out. Wi-Fi's up. Let's power on.
From the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Break room, you good? Yeah, microwave my burrito. Wi-Fi's fine. Let's go on.
Power on with the leader in connectivity. Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Ask about Wi-Fi backup for your business. Or get started with reliable internet for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, for a limited time, find out how to get an $800 holiday bonus prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. It's 12/15/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 150 megabit per second internet. Quite pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
It's 8:25 WMAL traffic and weather every 10 minutes. First on the fives. Here's Jamie Whitten in the Hadid Private Cleaning Traffic Center.
All right, some of our areas catching a Friday lighter than normal rush hour. A couple accidents just reported though. Fairfax, right in the Clifton area on Clifton Road at Braddock Road. Now I'm saying the delays each direction on Clifton Road, nothing on Braddock, but they say there might be some damage to a utility pole, so this could be long going. Okay, close watch on that for you. Route 7 at Lewinsville Road crash reported. Inner loop of the Beltway slows down just after 66. That takes you past the toll road. Outer loop heavy into Silver Spring, and the delays that we had to the Woodrow Wilson Bridge have cleared. They were good to go both directions. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast. It's a freezing cold start to this Friday morning. Temperature starting off in the 20s. We'll get above freezing mid to late morning. It is going to be a little colder than average with highs lower than yesterday in the lower 40s. And skies will be partly to mostly cloudy. Definitely more cloud cover through the afternoon and evening hours. With the clouds overnight, probably not the best viewing for the Gemini meteor shower. Overnight lows do fall well below freezing. And then tomorrow will still be dry, but on the colder side with highs in the upper 30s to lower 40s. I'm 7 meteorologist Eileen Whalen in the First Alert Weather Center.
Thanks, Eileen. It's 32 degrees at Radio National at 8:27.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on the holidays' most fun gifts, all for under $15. Get low prices every day on unique finds before they're gone. In store only at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at Macy'sBackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
It's game. Commanders games, and when Northwest is rocking, there's only one place. Commanders pre-game hard. The sportsbook love to watch the Commanders. Winners have a chance to meet Commanders alumni and spin some real rewards for authentic apparel like jerseys, jackets, and more. Visit the Commanders Sportsbook at AH and Northwest Stadium to make the most of your game day. Open before, during, and after all Commanders home game. Must be 21 plus. Please play responsibly. For help, visit AVIATION.org or call 1-800-GAMBLE.
Make an exquisite cheese board at Whole Foods Market. Save 35% on curated holiday cheeses with Prime from December 13th through December 24th. Pair with charcuterie and crackers for your holiday party. While supplies last, shop in-store
through Widow Care, a safe place for widows and widowers, through peer-led support groups and local events. With offices in Virginia, Maryland, and Washington, D.C., we provide personal service from start to finish, excellent negotiation skills, and consistently garner the highest prices on home sales, and all with the core values of fairness, kindness, and compassion guiding our efforts. With hundreds of five-star reviews, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today. The Eric Stewart Group of Long and Foster at 1-800-900-9104. That's 800-900-9104. Or go to ericstewartgroup.com. That's ericstewartgroup.com.
Regatoli Esquire Slater Schulman LLP Attorney Advertising is responsible for this ad.
Attention former childhood residents of juvenile detention centers in Maryland. If you were housed at either Charles Hickey School, Backbone Mountain Youth Center, Thomas Waxter Detention Center, Cheltenham Youth Detention Center, or any other juvenile detention center at any time in the past and were a victim of sexual abuse, now is the time to come forward, as you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Maryland Department of Juvenile Services faced complaints about rampant sexual abuse for decades and failed to protect youth inmates in these facilities. If you were housed in a Maryland youth facility at any time and were subjected to any sexual misconduct from staff members, you may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Call our Maryland Juvenile Detention Helpline now at 800-684-9044. The deadline to file a claim is close. Call now to get the justice, closure, and the financial settlement you deserve, no matter how many decades ago it was. Call our law firm's Juvenile Detention Sexual Abuse Helpline right now at 800-684-9044. 800-684-9044. 800-684-9044.
WMAL FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station.
Making sense of the news.
News Talk 105.9.
News now.
Mail News at 8:30. Good morning, I'm John Matthews. We're learning now that the FBI did, in fact, have confidential sources in place during the January 6 attacks on the Capitol.
The Office of the Inspector General found the FBI had asked 3 confidential human sources to be at the Capitol January 6th, though 23 also showed up in D.C. 4 sources, including one who was asked to appear after the Capitol. 13 sources, including 2 who were asked to appear, entered the restricted area around the Capitol. The report notes the FBI did not authorize them to enter the Capitol or encourage anyone to commit illegal acts. None of the confidential human sources who entered the Capitol or the restricted area have been prosecuted. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
The White House responding to a bipartisan for answers about those drones seen flying over New York and New Jersey.
White House National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby says the FBI, DHS, and Coast Guard are investigating, but
We have no evidence at this time that the reported drone sightings pose national security or a public safety threat, or have a foreign nexus.
Kirby also says there have been no sightings in restricted airspace, and many of the reported sightings, he says, are actually manned aircraft operating lawfully. At the White House, Jim Halpern, Fox News.
We're learning more in court documents about the DNA evidence that prompted prosecutors to charge Naresh Bhatt with the murder of his wife Mamta in Manassas Park last July.
Documents from the Commonwealth of Virginia Department of Forensic Science show that DNA evidence was collected from the couple's daughter, Mamta's hairbrush, and a piece of carpet. Now, this investigative work helped link bloodstains in the home to Mamta. Although her body has not yet been found, prosecutors do believe that her husband, Naresh, murdered her and then hid her body.
7 News' Adam Longo not set to go on trial next September. The Dow futures up 61, NASDAQ futures up 184. Sports, the Caps beat the Blue Jackets in overtime 2-1. Thursday night football, the Rams over the 49ers. Up next, traffic and weather.
It's Vince for Paul Seal with Ascendant Wealth. Retirement portfolio, take maximum advantage. Or did you leave money on the table? In today's fast-paced financial world, old investment strategies may not keep up. If your portfolio needs an update or review, and it probably does, you need to call Paul at Ascendant Wealth Strategies. 703-744-0100. Paul will show you how today's new investment strategies will help your financial future. Call Paul at 703-744-0100. 703-744-0100. That's 703-744-0100.
Investment advisory services offered through Alpha Star Capital Management. Vince is not a client of Paul Seal or Alpha Star Capital Management. $12 is paid every time you hear this endorsement, which creates a conflict of interest because there's a financial incentive to make the endorsement. The comments and experiences expressed here may not be representative of any other person's experience with Paul Seal or Alpha Star Capital Management.
Chris here to talk about what you need to do when your garage door breaks. Don't panic. The good people at Overhead Door Company of Washington, D.C. have your back. They've been helping families and businesses in the DMV for more than 50 years. Just listen to my friend and company president, Willie White.
For us, it's about way more than doors. It's about an unwavering dedication to serving our community, a commitment, a promise to always do the right thing and do it well.
Visit GarageDoorRepair.com and work with the local team you can trust.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard, keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Recently, in a movie theater.
Neil, you're back.
I couldn't be away from you, Amanda.
Kiss me.
I feel familiar. There's never a good time to get sick. Virginia Department of Health reminds you to stay up to date on your flu, RSV, and COVID-19 vaccines. Need a new roof? Honor, respect, and trust your roof to Valor. Purchased by the 31st, and you pay what Valor employees pay, plus beat the January 1st price increase. Call 833-83-VALOR or visit valorhome.com.
Water heater not heating? Call Alltech Services and we'll guarantee same-day installation of a new water heater. Or we'll put you up in a hotel that night for free. Visit callalltech.com for details. All seasons, all systems, Alltech.
This report is sponsored by U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs.
Prescriptions, co-pays, lab tests. Even with insurance, healthcare can cost thousands every year. But not for me, because I'm enrolled in VA Healthcare. My service was then. My benefits are now. Get what you earned. Visit choose.va.gov. Not all veterans are eligible for the fiber amount of benefits mentioned here.
WMAL traffic and weather. Jamie Whitten in the D Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Montgomery County, just keep alert on the inter-county connector. The crash is eastbound before you get to 29 Columbia Pike, and those delays growing through there. Outlook of the Beltway between New Hampshire and Georgia Avenue slow. We are in good shape coming off 270 spur, light volume past River Road. Virginia Beltway interloop past the Little River Turnpike still slow, and then just after 66 to the toll road. 395 lighter than normal in the northbound 3rd Street tunnel. We do have the solid lineup just as you get into the tunnel past D Street off and onto the light at New York Avenue. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast. We're forecasting highs today between 38 and 46. Winds will be relatively light, and we will have sun mixed with cloud cover. We will be dry for your Friday night plans with temperatures back below freezing overnight under mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, still cold in the 30s and 40s, and trying to get some wet weather by Sunday afternoon. I'm 7 News meteorologist Eileen Whalen in the First Alert Weather Center.
Right now it is 26 in Dale City, 30 in Frederick, 33 at Reagan National. I'm John Matthews, News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
On 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app.
O'Connor and Company.
It is 8:37 on News Talk 105.9. We are cruising through this great Friday, and it's Friday, the 13th. I'm here in for Larry O'Connor with my good friend and Larry's mentor, Sean Spicer. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning. Great to be with you on this Friday the 13th.
Thank you for being with me all morning long. I probably laughed more off air than even on air, and I laughed a lot on air today.
Hi, Larry. Make another note. Thank you. Larry O'Connor, learning. He's a decent student. He's got promise. I think the kid's going to go smart.
Excellent. But I would think our next guest will agree with that. Mr. Brett Mayer, anchor of Special Report for Fox News Channel. Good morning, Brett.
Good morning. Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to have you on. I think we've got a lot to catch up on between the nominations, President Trump's spotted sightings and comeback, and obviously drones. So I'll just pick a topic. Let's talk about the nominations. Pete Hegseth's battle on Capitol Hill for the DOD nomination. Where do you think it stands, and do you think he's got a good shot?
I think he had a couple good weeks. He really did up on Capitol Hill, and after what seemed like a pretty bumpy start, I think he had some really good meetings. From everything looking now. That said, he can only lose 3 Republican senators, and I think that there's going to be, hearing probably is going to be contentious, and I don't know where we stand on it. couple of weeks.
Hey, Brett, we talked earlier in the show about this ProPublica attempt to smear Pete. You've been in the game a long time as a journalist. I just want people to get your perspective on how this was handled, right? So these guys, Pete on a podcast talks about the fact that, you know, he went to Princeton, but he had been accepted to West Point. He chose Princeton instead, and they immediately, for ProPublica, went to fact check him on this and sent this email, which we now have courtesy of Reagan Reese at the Daily Caller out there, saying, we're running a story in 1 hour, in 60 minutes. Now, they sent this to the lawyer while Pete's up on Capitol Hill to ask them why he lied, not to defend himself, why he lied. What does that speak to in terms of journalism? If that's what, I mean, people now can see these emails and see how this works.
Yeah, it's ugly, and it's not, that's, you know, not the process, 1 hour, you know, to respond. And more importantly, I mean, what happened to the West Point public relations folks, where they were so active and did not, you know, get accepted? I think they should have a clearing out of that. Oh, yeah. That's really egregious. So, yeah, that is somehow, sometimes our work, as you know, Sean, and it's ugly. And
But it's not how you would work. I want people to understand. Yeah, but I want people to understand that's not Brett Baer. That's not a normal press thing.
No.
This is how they're, and for Tim Walz, they let that guy get away over and over again with lies about his own record. With Pete, the assumption was you've got to be lying, and then we're going to publish something that says you're a liar until you, not even, really, the default wasn't until you can prove it, is explain why you lied.
Right, no, that's not how we operate. We obviously give them time to try to figure out what the response is, and also we would have other lines in the water to try to check even the West Point PR. And the thing is that you just can't trust, you know, just willy-nilly some bureaucrat who is saying this is definitively true.
Yeah.
And so to get that, you know, evidence, I think it's not the way to do it.
Right.
So Brett, one of the big stories, and you're local to that area, you're in that area in New Jersey, is just these drones. We don't know where they're coming from, who owns them, good guys, bad guys, or guys from another planet. And your great colleague Jackie Heinrich yesterday grilled John Kirby. We've got a quick clip, cut 35. I'd love for you to respond to just the government's lack of knowledge or transparency around this.
Can you make that make more sense? Because I think people in New York, New Jersey see drones the size of an SUV over their house every night and think that that doesn't make any sense.
Sure, I understand why people would be looking at this and being concerned about it. We're concerned about it too, which is why we have the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI. My goodness, looking at this, and we're taking it seriously. We understand that people are concerned. We understand. They got questions. We got questions too.
Brett, did that allay any fears?
No, and this is a story that kind of gets under my craw, and there's a couple of stories that I would do when you see a story that shows exactly why people have such a problem with the government and answering questions. Listen, someone somewhere knows something. There can't be this statement that they're actually really all manned craft and they're operating legally. That was how Kirby started that press conference. Well, that's not true. There are hundreds of videos of regular citizens who are looking up, seeing a 6-foot diameter drone over their house that is, you know, operating weirdly, and there's a lot of them. And so the fact that we have not engaged, taken it down, followed it, and we just have not been.
I mean, doesn't that, I mean, it's funny. It's like one isolated place. It's not like it's happening in Northern Virginia, Montana, and California. It's all happening around this one area in New Jersey. There's not just one. The mayor said what? Patrice, it was like hundreds of them.
Yes, hundreds.
And no one knows. I mean, I just, to your point, Brett, it doesn't pass the smell test.
No, it doesn't pass the smell test at all. There have been a couple of other sightings in Oregon and San Diego and this southern border. So there's other places now. It's expanding, but it is like I don't think it's aliens, but somebody better say something.
What do you think after you watch the spy balloon, you might want to get this one right?
I mean, think about that. That was like the balloon that took forever to get across the country.
Yes.
Everybody saw it, and they were saying, you're not seeing what you're seeing. That's exactly what's happening here. This is not the drone you're looking for. You know, I think that this is going to come to a head, whether it's today or over the weekend. Somebody's taking some action to take one of these things down and figure out what the heck it is.
Well, from your lips to the federal government's ears, Brett, we got to leave it there. But I want to end on a kudos to you and your colleagues at Fox News. We're understanding you guys are killing it. Your top-rated show is scoring 10 times higher than CNN's prime time. So good work. I watch your evening show every night. I love it because it's hard-hitting news. And I'm not just sucking up. I think all of our listeners would agree that, Fox News is really doing well and providing the coverage that's needed at this time. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. It's going to be an interesting time. We'll see.
Absolutely. All right, well, it is 8:45 on WNBL Traffic and Weather every 10 minutes. First on the fives, here's Jamie Whitten in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
All right, my pleasure. I tell you what, we got off to a rough start this morning, but now it's settled down. Inner loop of the Beltway, just some normal volume delays. Virginia through Annandale, again into McLean. We've cleared out to the Wilson Bridge, and just below speed here, heading into Silver Spring. 270 has been great. We are very slow in the 3rd Street Tunnel. Check with police. There's nothing reported, but we're okay coming off the freeway. Once in the tunnel from D Street, solid lineup, heading out to the light at New York Avenue. They're going to check the signal timing there. Now, front garage door repair.com, then WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Rounding out the work and school week with dry and cold weather, we are going to see afternoon highs a little lower than yesterday. Our average high as of today is 49, and we're forecasting highs today between 38 and 46. Winds will be relatively light, and we will have sun mixed with cloud cover. We will be dry for your Friday night plans with temperatures back below freezing overnight under mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, still cold in the 30s and 40s, and tracking some wet weather by Sunday afternoon. I'm 7 News meteorologist First Alert Weather Center. Thanks, Eileen. It's 32 degrees at Reagan National at 8:46.
Traffic, weather, and news are brought to you by Douglas & Son Services. Go to douglasandSonservices.com.
Affordable. Expert technicians, Douglas & Son.
Services for all your plumbing, gas, heating, and air conditioning needs. Serving D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. If you've got a clogged drain and you're feeling the pain, call Douglas & Son.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning teams, attorneys, and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation. Call 800-908-1755. That's 800-908-1755. 800-908-1755. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to slow Izervay is proven to slow GA progression
spend every time we have. We look at what the military can provide, and we look at what a family's needs are, and then we try to fill the gap.
Fisher House supports those who support our wounded heroes.
We want these people to know that we consider them to be special.
Join Sheila Scholl's Renters Warehouse in supporting our wounded soldiers and their families. Visit WMAL.com/Fisher House.
It's Larry for Sheila Scholl's Renters Warehouse, a sponsor of WMAL's Operation Fisher House campaign. Sheila, a military mom herself, and her team are proud to be trusted military partners when it comes to helping military families who need to transition away from home by specializing in helping owners rent and manage their home for top dollar quickly. If you own a home or investment property, find out how much it will rent for. Call 571-517-1525 or visit rwdcnova.com.
Wealth-changing question. Has your advisor created a portfolio based only on your agent risk tolerance? That's simply not good enough. Your money deserves better, and so do you. At Creative Planning, our private wealth managers learn how you first, and then they create a customized plan and portfolio by partnering with our in-house money managers, accountants, and attorneys. Don't settle for a standard portfolio. Book your free meeting today at creativeplanning.com. Creative Planning, a richer way to wealth.
Mervis Diamond Importers, I'm Ray Mervis. Nothing will flatter her more than Mervis Diamond earstuds. She'll wear them every day. It's the one essential she'll never take off. Mervis Diamond earstuds are classic. They're the ideal accessory. Our studs are brighter than flash metal. That's my guarantee. It's the world famous Mervis quality which creates a blaze of light. Mervis Diamond is so brilliant. It's rude not to steal. Mervis proudly shows the most diamond earstuds. We offer all sizes and prices, starting at just $500 for gorgeous half carats. Unrivaled collection includes studs from modest to jewelry grand. The amazing thing is the Mervis value, which makes our diamond earstuds so affordable. For the rest of time, you can trade up your Mervis diamond earstuds for larger, and we'll apply the full purchase price. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Just bring your studs back whenever you're in the mood and to keep moving up. All you pay is the difference. Mervis Diamond Importers. For diamond earstuds you can't live without. Financing is available. For stores, go to mervisdiamond.com. Again, that's mervisdiamond.com. Or call 1-800-OR-LOVE.
Mark Levin, weekdays 6 till 9 p.m.
On News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Making sense of the news.
All right, Professor Spicer, I just had to let this play a little bit. This song, this gets...
Always look at the chat when I stop. It's hard to see it. Try and keep a track of these jackasses going through.
Yeah, I'm not saying I can get you tickets. I can't get them. I'm just telling you the ways to do it. So don't go there. I mean, Larry's going to be calling me. Oh, can I come? Can I return it? No. I'm just trying to help. SeanSpicer.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Sean, for joining me today.
With you guys.
It's
Michael
been
Shelton. Heather Hunter, the best team in radio. Larry is not worthy. He's not worthy.
I know he's listening. It's always a pleasure being on with you. I don't even know how else to end it, but to say, folks, thanks so much for listening to us today. It is 8:53 on O'Connor & Company, and please just stick around.
A Better Life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta. Type 2 diabetes is a big problem in the United States and around the world, really. But here in the U.S. alone, about 1 in 10 adults now has diabetes. Another 3 in 10 are pre-diabetic. And according to the NIH, if not managed, type 2 diabetes can lead to problems, including heart disease, stroke, kidney disease. So if you're looking to lower your risk, one area you might want to focus on is the type of meat that you're eating. There's this new study out of the UK which found that regularly eating red processed meat in particular
is associated with a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. Dietitians recommend replacing red and processed meat with other meats if you want meat, such as poultry, in addition to reducing overall meat consumption using things like peas and beans and lentils and tofu. Start making these swaps one meal at a time, and you'll probably get there. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine. Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. And visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
It's 8:55 WMAL traffic and weather. Every 10 minutes first on the 5s. Here's Jamie Whitten in the Department City Traffic Center.
And it's just beautiful. 270, 95, running much lighter than normal. Same story with 66. Now here's the scoop on 95. I'm not seeing any delays between Quantico and the Beltway. It's getting into Stafford where we're dealing with a 4-car crash. Northbound on 95 as you come up past the Centerport Parkway. Stay to the far right to get by. That's why we have this delay pushing through there. Now it's that crash, obviously, like I said, wide open up to the Beltway. 395, just a brief delay to get on the 14th Street Bridge. Now from Garage Door Repair.com, the WMAL store website.
A freezing start to the day. You definitely want to dress warmly throughout the day. And we are going to be trying to next month. That's going to be next Sunday after today. But it's moderately dry. Temperatures will go from the 20s this morning into the upper 30s to middle 40s.
Springfield, Virginia.
Some high clouds increasing. So cloudy skies expected this evening.
About 30 minutes from Washington, D.C. swamp.
Tomorrow, partly cloudy. Highs in the upper 30s to lower 40s with relative winds. Springfield's meteorologist aggregated the first for the weather center. Thanks, Eileen. Right now it's 34 degrees.
Follow this road and take the rated in D.C.
This recording is sponsored by Lowe's. Shop your deal drops now at Lowe's. Right now get up to 30% off select major appliances. Can't save big this holiday season. Lowe's knows deals. Offers valid 12/12 to 12/18. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items while supplies last.
Every Friday night, FanDuel is giving all customers a bigger payout on select NBA first bets. First bets let you get in on the action from the opening tip. You can bet on things like who will score the first basket, which team will be the first to 15 points, and so much more. And best of all, you don't have to wait the whole game to see if you won. Just look for Friday Firsts in the FanDuel app to find your profit booster. Visit FanDuel.com/VinC to claim your Friday Firsts profit booster. That's FanDuel.com/VinC, FanDuel.com/VinC. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NBA. You must be 21 and up and present in Virginia. Opt to require a max wager amount applies. Bonus issued is now withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply. Token expiration. See terms for both offers at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLE.
He was born in an obscure village, the child of a peasant. He never wrote a book. He never held an office. He never went to college. He never traveled more than 200 miles from the place where he was born. He went through a mockery of a trial and was nailed upon a cross between two thieves. When he died, he was laid in a borrowed tomb. 19 centuries have come and gone, and today he is still the centerpiece of the human race. All the armies that ever marched, all the navies that ever sailed, all the parliaments that ever sat, and all the kings that ever reigned, put together, have not affected the life of man on this earth as powerfully as this one solitary life. Not a sermon, just a thought, and Merry Christmas.
For more information, check out our website, notasermon.com. That's
38% first-year locked-in gain?
Yes, Chris. This USA-based company was founded in 1926 and is A-plus rated. And when we open the plan, the terms are guaranteed. The initial deposit receives a 30% immediate match. And then each year for the next 10 years, your total match balance receives a minimum of 8% compound interest credit each year. So, Chris, the first year, you'll receive a 30% match, plus the 8% guaranteed interest credit, and that's a 38% first year locked-in gain.
Well, that seems pretty straightforward to me. To receive your free information pack, just call Loret's no-hassle hotline, 888-411-4130. Call or text 888-411-4130.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus Media station.
Making sense of the news.
News Talk 105.9.
News now.
Hey, good morning. I'm John Matthews. A new proposal would cause local jurisdictions to lose state funding in Virginia if they don't assist federal immigration agents.
I will be introducing no sanctuary cities amendments.
Thank you very much.
Lincoln says it's a matter of safety if approved by the General Assembly. Richmond would be able to withhold state money from local law enforcement agencies that don't cooperate with ICE. Loudoun County
Shot some lumber off real quick. That's all I got today. We're not flying, we're trucking Trusses.
The D.C. agency charged with caring for juvenile offenders now in the hot seat. Now they're the defendants. Now lawsuit filed by now getting rehabilitative services.
Depriving them of prompt rehabilitation services that they're legally entitled to is unconstitutional.
He's got some back-ass road somewhere.
Now futures up 36, NASDAQ futures up 168. Traffic and weather next.
Making sense of your world.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 40-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term life insurance may only cost you about $100 a month. Call Term Providers. Speak with Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Big Lou will find a term life 800-239-1749. We'll make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-239-1749. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. And for affordable term life insurance, call 800-239-1749. 800-239-1749 or biglou.com.
Mail traffic and weather. Jamie Whitten in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Virginia, Interstate 95 pushing into Stafford. Four-car crashes on 95 northbound just past the Centerport Parkway, blocking the left half of the roadway. Once you get past the crash, wide open to the Beltway, running without any delays there. Virginia Beltway, the delays thinning out through Annandale and Tysons. Through Arlington, southbound 110. That slows just as you come off of 66 to get you past Arlington National Cemetery. Not seeing any Memorial Bridge. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Mostly sunny today. We'll have a high of 41. Mostly cloudy tonight with a low of 29. More sunshine tomorrow with a high near 40. It is 31 in Albany, 31 in Delphi, 34 in Reagan National. John Matthews, News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app.
Chris Plans.
Guys, everyone's talking about this. Today, Time Magazine named Donald Trump their 2024 Person of the Year. Trump is the first man in history being Times Person of the Year and McDonald's Employee of the Month. History being made.
Yes, they're still boycotting McDonald's, right? Because McDonald's employee knocked out the CEO murderer, the assassin. They saw Donald Trump on the cover of Time magazine. They became very envious. And so now Luigi Mangione is Luigi. Why do you get at the man? So Luigi Mangione is the Democrat Party's Person of the Year. They can't say Man of the Year because they're a little unclear on what that means. I wonder if they think his masculinity is toxic. I know they'd like to rub him down with oils and things. Mostly and things, I think. Quite remarkable. Well, good Friday to you and welcome. We continue to be at 888-630-9625. Because why would we change our phone number right in the middle of everything? I mean, honestly, that would be crazy to do that. Make it difficult for everybody. We've got a lot, boy, there are a lot of things going on. You may have heard yesterday, not too long after I left here yesterday, we got a big story out of the Department of Justice Inspector General's office. And they revealed it only took 4 years because they're not corrupt or anything like that at the Department of Justice or at the FBI. But after about 4 years, they have at long last revealed that on January 6th, remember, I think Joe Biden said that, what did he say, 6 police officers were murdered, or 5 or something like that. We know that the Democrat Party is the party of murdering police officers. A lot of suicide attacks by Democrats against the police. They're like jihadis. They honestly are. But DODIG, we all speak in codes and abbreviations like we're all government employees now. We're all NSA operatives. DODIG, DOJ, the Department of Justice Inspector General, reveals 26 FBI informants were present on January 6th. Now, that's pretty amazing. Why did it take you 4 years? There should be a pre-dawn raid on somebody's house with a CNN camera crew across the street. A battering ram, spotlights on helmets and body cams and things, which won't be working later. But there should be pre-dawn raids to track Justice, the Inspector General's office, to ask why it took 4 years for you to come up with something that should have taken about 20 hours. Make a couple of phone calls. Hey, you guys, you know I spend tens of millions of dollars a year on their confidential informants of our dollars, of course, tens of millions of dollars a year on their confidential informants, so they're paying us cash. See, it's like a drug deal. They meet them in parking garages and things, and they're paying cash. You don't even want to know the rest of the details. But the Department of Justice Inspector General reveals 26 FBI informants were present on January 6th. Quite a remarkable thing. CNN came out and lied about it immediately. They just started lying right away. And then they brought on their crooked, disgraced former deputy director of the FBI, Andrew McCabe. And they sat him down in the set, and you'll never believe what happened after that. I've got that for you. Pretty amazing stuff. Womp, womp, womp. And CNN, they lied in their headline. They lied about the whole story, because that's what CNN does, and that's why, you know, there are more people watching the inside of Union Station in New York right now than there are watching CNN worldwide. Pretty amazing stuff. It is an embarrassment to journalism, and how do you basically embarrass journalism at this point? That's almost impossible. They do such a good job themselves. Yeah, former FBI director reacts to DOJ report finding undercover agents at Capitol. Remarkable things, these guys. And CNN telling us, yeah, there were no FBI agents in the crowd. That's their headline. Yeah, there were no FBI agents in the crowd. Right. Yeah, sure. On January 6th. But how many confidential informants were there? Well, you got to read. Amazing stuff. And the Democrats and the media, they're attacking Donald Trump because they learned that the FBI had, a busload of confidential informants on the FBI payroll. And they say 23 of them just showed up on their own accord. The FBI didn't even ask. They have so many confidential informants. How many do they have? Millions of confidential informants? Because I don't know how you get 26. They said they asked 3 of them to show up, but 23 just showed up on their own. What is it, like day laborers? If they figure if they send a picture of themselves there later, they get paid for the day or something? Pretty amazing stuff. Yeah, and CNN, what a disgrace. My alma mater is CNN. What a disgrace it is. Just amazing stuff. And they're still arresting January 6th. They're still arresting him. The FBI is. The FBI is a disgrace to its former self. Just amazing stuff. Yeah, CNN's headline, no undercover FBI agents were at the January 6th U.S. Capitol riot, Watchdog reports. Now, that's not the headline out of the report. The headline is 26 FBI confidential informants were in the crowd, and 23 of them just showed up on their own accord, allegedly. What are they, hiring actual radicals? What, were they breaking windows? Do we have videotapes of them? Were they inciting violence? Were they saying, we're going into the Capitol and chanting and doing all this stuff? Were they doing that? We will never know. It'll be another 11 years before the next Friday afternoon report comes out. And then it will just raise more questions than it answers. Honestly, this report raises more questions than it answers. Our government is filthy, corrupt, dishonest, Washington, Soviet-style government. So we've got that story for you today. Amazing stuff. And since we opened with this billionaire thing, Jeff Bezos, the centibillionaire owner of the Washington Post, you know, he wanted so desperately to be close to Hillary Clinton when she won the presidency, and then she didn't win, hilariously. Jeff Bezos bought a museum in Washington, D.C. I'm not making this up. Jeff Bezos, owner of the Washington Post, a lifelong Democrat Party activist, a left-wing hack, fraud, and Dr. Evil impersonator, $1 billion. But Jeff Bezos is giving $1 million. See, that's the Dr. Evil thing. He put his pinky up next to the corner of his mouth. $1 million to Trump's inauguration. And he's going to stream the event on Prime Video. Well, I would think so. It's the inauguration of the Prime. I think that should really be a headline thing. But radical left-wing extremist media. And Amazon to donate $1 million to Trump inauguration. And they're all sucking up now because billionaires. And it's good for the Democrat Party, too, because now they can say, oh, see, Donald Trump has all the billionaires. He's the party of billionaires. He is a billionaire, which they claimed he wasn't because they lie about everything. Also, Meta, Mark Zuckerberg giving $1 million to Trump inauguration. Do you think they coordinated this, or this just happened organically? And sent to billionaire Jeff Bezos, the sent to billionaire Mark Zuckerberg, each decided to give the same number, $1 million. Of course, it turns out that's what they give the guy at the parking valet. The parking valet gets their $500 million car with a driver in it. They give that as tip money. He bought a museum. He bought the Textile Museum in Washington, D.C., and he converted it to his private estate, his private mansion, just before Hillary Clinton lost the election. And if he stayed there at all, he's only stayed there very little, but he's got so much money he can buy a museum in Washington, D.C., convert it to his private mansion, and then never use it. Kind of like Orca, you know. Have been living, and she doesn't live there. She doesn't go there. She's got a lot of different places to stay in Hawaii and Chicago and elsewhere. So she really isn't going to the Montecito place much. But I have friends in real estate there in Montecito. I used to live in Montecito long ago, and Oprah pays $50,000 a month in the water bill for the house. Forget about everything else, the insurance and the staff and the cutting the lawns and the terraces and the rolling.
Come on.
President Trump, the publication, because they named him Time Magazine's Person of the Year. You can't be Man of the Year because Democrats have erased gender, and they can't have a Man of the Year, Woman of the Year. They're going to. And he's saying, hey, Donald Trump, that's pretty good. Maybe we can get along or something like that. And now the Democrats will say, see, this is proof that the Republicans are the party of billionaires. Except these guys are all Democrats. They're all Democrats all along. And now they're just being billionaires and sucking up $1 million. They spend that when they go to Saks Fifth Avenue for about 20 minutes. So don't be too impressed with that. That's amazing. Also, who remembers the Duke Cross case from many years ago? Because this is an amazing story. Duke Cross, where the nice young man attending Duke University, Harvard of the South, Duke of the North, yada yada. But a perfectly nice young man fraternity. They had an exotic dancer come over, kind of person that Hunter Biden would bring to the White House for Christmas dinner. They put her stocking hanging from the mantle, but you don't want to know what's in it. And amazing stuff. The Duke Cross case where young man, good, decent young men were smeared, accused by a radical. You remember the name of the radical prosecutor? Mike Nifong, who was the left-wing, racist, hack, self-loathing prosecutor. I believe that he was disbarred and actually jailed for the false, malicious, malignant prosecution of 3 young men that were part of this fraternity at Duke University, had made the mistake of hiring an exotic dancer who accused them all of rape. Now the woman who is a hero of the Democratic Party, she is, things have been going very, very well for her. She murdered her boyfriend, the stripper. Her name was, and still is, actually Crystal Magnum. Sounds like a stripper name, doesn't it? I mean, what sounds more stripper than that? Crystal Magnum, I'll take I'll take a magnum of the Cristal. And here comes Krista Magnum. And she was an exotic dancer. She's not anymore. Now she's an inmate because she literally murdered her boyfriend, and she's in prison for murder. And now that she's been in prison for murder for a long time, the headline today is New York Post, not the Washington Post, because they slandered these young men and tried to destroy their lives. They're white, and they must be destroyed because they were not being normal. And former stripper convicted killer Crystal Magnum confesses to lying about being raped by new cross players in 2006. 2006, we were doing the radio show back then, right from this building, right down the hall. We're in a different studio now, but we were right down the hall then. And I saw that story, and immediately I identified it as phony, just like Juicy Smoke Pay, and just like Joe Biden being capable of being president, and Kamala Harris putting a sentence together and all that stuff. I got an update for you on that. The state of Washington, not Washington, D.C., but the state of Washington, they're talking about having a separate category in school sports for transgender people. They'll have sports, women's sports, they'll have boys sports and men's sports, and then they'll have Democrat sports. They'll have transgender sports. Because all the Democrats are cross-dressers now, aren't they? University of Michigan, their DEI administrator fired because she hates the Jews. She's the head of DEI, and she goes around smearing and slamming the Jews because Democrats. Isn't that amazing? Yes, it is. And Luigi Mangione becomes the Democrat Party's Person of the Year. Can't be a Man of the Year. Amazing stuff. Got updates for you on that, and the FBI, the crooked, and the crooked media. More crooked than the FBI is CNN, to name just one outlet. And we remain at 888-630-9625.
There's only one Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Making sense of the news. WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center. Virginia commuters into Stafford still with delays to get past the crash. Northbound 95 just past the Center Park Parkway to the far right lane getting by. 4 cars involved in this incident. Route 1 is picking up some bailout traffic. Now, once you get by the crash, wide open through a quiet beltway running light without any delays. Same story with 395. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL 7 forecast.
Mostly sunny, chilly today with a high of 41. Mostly cloudy overnight, low 29.
WMAL.
Making sense of the news. From the Paramount Pest Control Studios.
Pest control since 1939.
Your class beer and shower door needs. Visit TellusGlass.com. Telus Glass, your glass.
Try age-related maximum degeneration. Try AMD. You may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to Eyes-Ray is moving to sludge. Eyes-Ray fluorogasin-captain PACO is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in and around your eye. Eyes-Ray can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of AMD. Eyes-Ray may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Eyes-Ray today. Eyesray.com. That's ICERVAY.com.
Chris here. Are you looking for the best news coverage of the incoming Trump administration? The Washington Times is my go-to source for trusted news because they actually report the news and have real journalists. Subscribe today at WashingtonTimes.com/Chris.
Year after year, stories and surveys reach the same
All right,
results.
everybody,
The
take
number
care.
one
I gotta make some
fear
phone
of
calls.
retirement is running out of money.
We're in
The Washington
Springfield,
Post
Virginia.
interviewed several people
You have a
who've done
great
good job
weekend.
saving. Many of them
And
for free.
don't
Some
forget the
with
like
nice
button,
pensions,
subscribe button.
but they still
We'll
can't
see you
share
next
the
time.
fear of
on Truckin' Trusses with Jackson RC Aviation.
You give yourself more confidence as you head into this next phase